It's live already, so when you are ready, you can start. Oh, ametoka. K2 ameshinda na 21-11. 12. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in action. We are back to more pool action. This time round, we have Collins to ACT taking on FAHAD Farah in a race to 21 for 20,000 Kenya shillings. This is the third and last match of the evening. City currently leading 1-0, on the verge of extending his lead to 2-0. Up against the black, Ports with ease, and now City is leading 2-0 in this race to 21. This is just but the beginning of this race, where we expect to have a total of 41 frames to be played. Only 2 are down, and so now we are hoping that you can hear me loudly. You also have a good sight of the table. Let me know in the comment section what you feel about the sound and also the video. I'm your host, Jesse Maura, and I hope to be with you throughout the race. In the comment section, I can see Touch Not Music. You're saying Healing Glory. Rigana Mondi saying all the best, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback, guys. City will be breaking from number 3 to try and extend his lead of 20230. Captain City with a break, putting 2 yellow balls and leaving the yellows also well laid out. The reds are looking better. Abdallah Ismail saying we didn't see that coming. Let me know what you didn't see coming, Mr. Abdallah Ismail. Now we are having City going for the reds. Shooting quite well. What I've noticed about Captain tonight is that he's so careful, he's so cautious, he's taking his time between his shots and also making sure that he gets the best out of it. Fahad ni wa push. Fahad ni push shot ya dhaka. Ni push dhaka. Arkedore nyane todo utie ta foul na maigwitha ni ate ni foul. Arkedore. Abdallah Ismail is saying I'm talking about Fahad's foul. Yeah, I also feel that it wasn't seen as coming, but the two players agreed that after the foul by Captain City, that Fahad played a push shots. Currently, it's Fahad Farah who is going for the clearance on the yellows, looking to win one for himself and also bring himself to the reach of CT. Fahad now looking like he's cornered, especially because of that cue ball contacting the yellow and now leaving him with a very difficult shot to the center pocket nearest our screens. He doesn't end up potting. City is back to the table. Fahad almost gets lucky with a very near snooker, but eventually the yellow ball pots the black and now it's a foul. Fahad had gone for the bank shot, he didn't get it right. Yellow ball ended up potting black and now City takes the early lead of 3 frames to 0. Hello, no ame rara, no ame refu. Ne agothire yero. Agothire black ya white yathie ya acoustic yafuata white ya megutha ria keri. Tarora wone wega kahora ni ukuona. Ona ũngĩrora kũringana na ũrĩa mĩbira ĩyo yathiĩ rĩ, speed ĩyo nĩ yongereirwo nĩ acoustic rita rĩa kerĩ. My apologies. I have had to explain to a fan about how the foul by Fahad came about. Fahad happened to have hit the cue ball twice and that's thus resulting in a foul from which City capitalized, and now City is leading by 3 frames to 0, having won the last 3 played frames. Now we have Fahad on table looking to clear the last 3 yellows and possibly bring himself on the score sheet. Fahad doing perfectly well, and this should be his way to win his first frame by a break and finish. Fahad looking to hot that yellow by stand shot. He does exactly that. And now we might be seeing Fahad winning his first by break and finish. Fahad pots the last yellow, overruns the cue ball. I would have hoped that he would pot the black to the center pocket nearest on our screens, but he has other things in mind, looking to pot the black now to the top left corner pocket. Fahad goes for the black, he aims and pots. 3-1 is the scoreline. Don't forget it's a race to 21, so we expect to see ourselves here in after 26 minutes. We have had only 4 frames played. That goes to say that we could be going way above and beyond 3 hours of pool action. Live from the Mchana Pub and Grill, the home of champions, where all this action is coming from, courtesy of our chairman JNM, who has decided to give us this action through sponsoring the races. In the first two matches, we saw K2 beating Vance by 21 frames to 13, while Simiu won the race between him and Noah at the decider. The second of the two races looking like a very tight one, but the ones between K2 and Vance, experience really took toll on Vance and he was outclassed by K2. This is the third and final race, hoping to have it go on to the end. We are seeing some good quality pull here. And now it's Captain City who breaks and pots a yellow ball. Now going for the Reds, presumably because of the position of the black. He might want to play the Reds, have control of the black as well, and also give himself an edge over Fahad, who is mounting pressure, especially by winning the third frame by break and finish, the fourth frame, sorry. Now we have Captain City closing the table on Reds, and he could also be looking to serve Fahad the same break and finish that he has served him in the previous frame. City now looking to put the yellow behind the red behind the black, have cue ball contact black, open up the red that is closest to the black and have it in space, just like that. Almost gets unlucky, almost snookers himself, but he has a sight of the red closest to the center pocket on our screens. I'm not sure whether he has sight of the red that is to the top left corner pocket. If he does, he could be going for a clearance. He has sight of it, and now definitely this should be the chance for City to go for a clearance. City shooting perfectly well, potting the red closest to the black, bringing the cue ball back to the center of the table. Now he has position for potting the red to the top left corner pocket and have position for black. Does that with ease. And now City is winning his fourth frame by break and finish, replicating what Fahad did in the previous frame. 4-1 is the current scoreline. Like the video, guys. Don't also forget to subscribe to the channel for this and more live action happening from the home of champions and also everywhere where pool happens. Next week we shall be having another national event coming fresh from the Timber XO Pool Carnival Season 2. We shall be now moving to the Mingos Pool Extravaganza in Mingos in Mombasa County of the coastal side of Kenya. It's now Fahad Farah who will be breaking on frame number 6. The break is solid, puts a yellow ball, puts another yellow ball, and now Fahad Farah should be going for the clearance here. The reds are looking favorable, the yellows are also looking nice. I bet Fahad will be going for the yellows to try and also win his second by break and finish. Fahad was attempting to go for the clearance by banking that last red. He didn't succeed in that. And now it's Captain City who has the advantage. Going for the cut on that first yellow. Now having to put the last yellow and possibly bring the cue ball back up table for position of the black. He decides to only pot it, not risking failing to pot like he did in the first attempt where the yellow ball failed to go in because of power. Right now, City has himself against the black. The ball is not in a very good position, but still he manages to pot, and now City has the advantage, leading 5 frames to 1. What a good start for Captain City. Fahad needs to respond, but it is City who will be breaking on frame number 7. This is the third and the last match of the evening. We have had 2 other races which have concluded just before this one. In the first match, we saw K2 beat Vance by 21 frames to 13, while Spence New overcame Noah Esekon just at the decider, winning 21-20. Captain City breaks. It's a very powerful break, but the black ball is in, and we might have to see a re-rack. In black ball rules, when the cue ball goes in at the break, when the black goes in at the break, the balls are re-racked, and the player who had the break takes the break again. Nobody loses, nobody wins. They just break again as a restart of the frame. City is now going to break again. This time the break is solid. It doesn't pot any balls, but the cue ball goes in. And now the advantage is to Fahad Farah, who has an open table and 2 shots to try and close the table and gain control, and even possibly win this frame by a reverse finish.
So this is where the whole magic is happening. It's another place.
Fahad opting to pot the yellow that was closest to the bottom left corner pocket, opening that pocket and now leaving himself to go for the reds. He does pot 1 red ball, leaves the cue ball close, very close to a red ball. He will be going for a safety, probably hoping to pot, or rather have City snookered. It's a safety shot, a snooker, and now City must escape the snooker. If he doesn't, he gives Fahad another advantage of 2 shots. He's going for the cushion closest to the ball, contacts the cushion first and then the yellow, and now it's Fahad who is back to the table to try and attempt a clearance. Throws the cue ball back for position of 4 of his reds that are sitting to the top side of the table, where now Fahad will be going for the red that is pointing to the top right corner pocket, attempting to go for the clearance. Fahad's body language is suggesting that he doesn't have the best position for this last red. Looking to put it to the bottom left corner pocket. Goes for it with precision and accuracy. And he pots. Now Fahad should be able to clear this one. With only 2 reds and the black remaining, Fahad should be able to win this frame. Fahad against the black, he pots and closes the gap to 3 frames now. 5-2 is the current scoreline, with Captain CT enjoying the 3-frame gap. Fahad on the break, pots 1 red ball, another red, another yellow, and now he has a very open table, most preferably going for the reds. The reds are looking better, and they should be the balls of choice for Fahad Farah to try and bring himself to 2 frames to the reach of Captain City, who started off very strongly, winning the first 5 frames out of 6. Don't forget that these 2 players on table are the guys who are behind the Qvolution brand. That is the brand of imported pool tables from South Africa, providing us with the best playing surfaces in the country, all the way from South Africa. They are the providers, they are the suppliers, and if you are in need of upgrading of your playing surfaces, most probably the tables, these are the go-to guys who will provide you with the best of tables from South Africa at very reasonable prices, and also making sure that the tables are delivered in good time across the country. Anywhere in the country, these guys will bring you the tables, and you will get to enjoy some very good playing surfaces. They are one of the reasons as to why we have had a very, very big growth in the game in the country. Having good quality pool tables is one step to growing the game, and the guys on table tonight are the guys behind the Q evolution, which is more like a revolution from very difficult and hard playing surfaces to tables that can be reliable, tables that can be manageable, tables on which talent is easily distinguished from luck. Q Evolution is the go-to guys when you want the best pool tables. Now at 3 frames to 5, Fahad wins his third by break and finish. Q Evolution tables were the ones that were being used at the Timber XO Pool Carnival, and definitely it goes without saying that indeed they are bringing a revolution into the game. We have now Captain City to break. This from number 9. Pots. This time putting a yellow ball, leaving the yellows also well laid out. And we could be seeing Captain City responding to the break and finish by Fahad Farah, also by playing a break and finish. Captain City responding from that break and finish by Fahad Farah to also give us a break and finish. Edwin Barno, you retracted your message. Al-Kasaf saying our Kenyan players play challenge games among themselves. They fear players from other countries. We will only get better by playing stronger players and learn along the way. That's a very good insight by Al-Kasaf, and it is well noted. Fahad now to break frame number 10. Fahad to break. This one is promising to be a very quick race, especially going by the first 9 frames. None of them has lasted more than 3 minutes, and therefore it promises to be a quick race as compared to the ones that we had earlier in the day. Fahad putting one red ball at the break, now taking his time to settle to decide how best to close the table. Preferably going for the reds. He doesn't have a clear shot on it, neither does he have a clear shot on the yellows. That now leaves Fahad with only one option, which is to attempt to pot the red that is to the bottom right corner pocket. He goes for it, looking to have a cut on it. Goes for the cut, he pots, brings the cue ball back to the center of the table, where he has a sight of 3 of his remaining 5 reds. Edwin Barno, you're saying who won the decider between Simiyu and Flash? It is Simiyu who won that match, winning at the decider. Brian Simiyu won against Noah Esekon at the decider. English group, you're saying if both players bring their A games, the game will clinch. The winner will clinch it by a margin of less than 3. Definitely, I can't agree more, because both players have equal capabilities in terms of potting. They also have equal capabilities in terms of cue ball manipulation, and it all goes down to who will break well and also who has a luck. Fahad looking to give us a third apple in a row. Two of his reds are not in very favorable positions, especially the one closest to the center pocket on our screens. It looks like his problem ball. I'm not sure what Fahad has in mind in regards to that last red ball. He doesn't have a sight. He's stopping to check whether he can bank it to the opposite center pocket. He realizes that the space could be blocked by the yellow that is sitting just closest to the cue ball. Fahad now contemplating to pot the red to the top left corner pocket, leaving the cue ball for rolling the red to the bottom left corner pocket. He needs to be very accurate if he is to pot this one. The cue ball for black will be natural. Fahad going for the reds. He needs to be accurate. He needs to be precise. He ends up not potting and denying us the luxury and the pleasure of seeing a third break and finish in a row. Now Captain City is back to the table with all of his yellow balls on the table. All of them are in good space for potting, but he has to worry about the red ball that is sitting by the bottom left corner pocket, where Fahad has packed his red ball. Now City is descending on a clearance. city needs to be very accurate. He doesn't have any room for any mistake. Any mistake, he will be gone. But he is doing pretty well in the frame that is currently on table. City doing well. Now going for the last yellow to the black. Watching it with power. Bouncing the cue ball off the cushion. And now that will be a very good finish by City. Seven frames to three is the current scoreline, and we shall be having up our very first break of the match. Fahad going for a shot call. We are back in action from the short break with Captain CT going for the break. In this frame number 11, he has a very solid break, potting 4 yellow balls and a red ball. And now the frame looks a bit complex because he doesn't have any clear shot on the yellows. He could be contemplating going for the reds, from which he has a shot. City taking his time, not wanting to rush, not wanting to give any chance to Fahad to come back to the table. Eventually, City closes the table on reds, and now it's game on. City playing reds and attempting to go for a clearance. City landing himself in trouble, failing to have perfect position for that last red. Now going for a safety in the form of attempting to contact the last red with minimal power, making sure that he ends up playing a snooker. Fahad might need to contact one of his yellows further away from the one closest to that red ball. And now after that contact, it is CT who now remains in a tight corner. Going for another safety in the form of playing his red into space, leaving the cue ball closest to the cushion. Fahad has sight of his yellow. Not a very clear shot for potting. Now Fahad will be going for a clearance, looking to put the yellow closest to the black, to the top right corner pocket. And if he should, he will be having natural position for his other two yellows. He doesn't succeed in potting, brings back captain to the table with a chance for a bank shot for a clearance. Going for the bank shot, not minding so much of the position of the black. Position of the cue ball for black. It's not in a very good position. He could be going for the bank. The cut needs to be very thick, very sharp. Going for the bank, doesn't succeed in potting, and now leaves the black packed just at the mouth of the bottom right corner pocket. Fahad should be able to clear this one and at least win himself the very first frame after the break. Fahad doing well, potting the more problematic of his three yellows. Now leaving himself in position for the second last yellow, needing to draw the cue ball backwards. Instead, he decides to play it off the cushion. He doesn't get a very good position for this last yellow. And now he might have to go for a very sharp cut on the yellow to the center pocket closest on your screens. Just that, making sure the cue ball is in perfect position for black. And now Fahad Farah is winning his form and bringing himself to only 3 frames away from captaincy team. Fahad Farah with the break, putting one yellow ball, having a very open table. But from the two balls, a red and a yellow that are sitting closest to the black, all the other balls are seemingly well laid out. Fahad now has the difficult task of deciding which balls to go for. He's going for the yellow balls, going for the one closest to the center pocket, to the top left corner pocket with power, having the cue ball drawn back into the cluster of balls where the black was sitting and opening up the frame for his own advantage. And now Fahad Farah could be going for the frame for clearance. Fahad Farah on the verge of winning his second frame after the break. Just to say that he really needed that break. From 7-3, Fahad is on the verge of taking the game to 7-5. Going for the black. Cut contacts the jaw but still goes in. Evans Mutai, you're saying you're watching live from Eldoret. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now go into frame number 13, where Captain City will be the one to break.
Hello everyone, this is Bobby Baz and we are live here at Mchana Pool Club. We are on the final match of today. It's between Fahad versus City. It's a race to 21, 20k pot on the line. Scores now currently are 7-5. Captain Collins to a leading. And he is on the table. Who are you backing? This race is far from over. And Evans Mutai saying, watching live from Eldoret. Welcome. Subscribe to the channel, Evans Mutai. Collins to way on the yellows. Going for the center shot and manages to pot it and giving him a chance to pot direct shots at the right bottom pocket. Brilliant shot from Collins to way and with a nice drawback, giving him a chance to pot the black, sinking the black in, and now he is leading. The scores now are 8-5. And Fahad now with the break. What a powerful break from Fahad. And it's a dry break and a CT. One yellow goes in. Fahad going for the yellows. Nice shooting from Fahad. Fahad going for combination shot. He managed to put and CT on the table. Captain on the table going for the top red, putting it perfectly. Going for the cushion red. Nice shooting from Captain Collins to way. It's not an easy decision to make, and he is going for what a nice try from Captain Collins to way, and Fahad Farah back on the table. Scores now are 8-5 in favor of CT as combination shot from Fahad Farah. Fahad going for the top left pocket yellow, manages to put it and controlling the white, giving him a chance to put the yellow at the left bottom pocket. Nice shooting from Fahad, and I think he is going for the center pocket yellow. He managed to control the white perfectly to put the last yellow. Nice shooting from Fahad. That's nice stop shot right there. And he is able to put the last yellow on the table. Perfect white control from Fahad Farah, and he has to cut the black at the center pocket. Smooth cut from Fahad Farah, and the scores now are 8-6. Scores are 8-6 between Captain Collins versus King Fahad Farah. Who are you backing? This race is still on. It's a race to 21, 20k pot on the line. And we are live here at Mchana Pool Club, one of the top pool clubs here in Nairobi. Doing very well internationally. And we always have our Sunday battles here every Sunday. Subscribe to the channel. Who are you backing on this last match of today? Captain with the break, managing to pot one yellow. Going for the reds. Captain managing to clear the reds at the top area. Nice shooting from Captain Collins to it. Remaining with two reds on the table. Controlling the white perfectly, and managing to find the last red. And will he manage to put it and control the white perfectly for the black? Smooth white control, and Captain Collins to a with the plus on this frame. Easy shooting from Captain Collins to a, and now he is leading with 9. The scores now are 9-6 between CT versus Fahad. It's a race to 21. The race is still on. 20k pot on the line. We're having every Sunday battles here at Mchana Pool Club. Fahad Farah now with the break. Powerful break from Fahad, and the white jumps out, and it two shots in hand for Captain Collins to wait. Two shots in hand. Game still open. Captain going for the yellows. Nice white control from Captain. Planning about the next shot. You manage, control the white as you want it, and no, not looking bad for captain. Going for a risky cut, and Fahad back on the table. Fahad with a very powerful cut right there. It wasn't easy, meaning with three reds on the table, will he manage to clear the table? The scores currently are 9-6 in favor of City. Nice shooting right there from Fahad Farah, controlling the white perfectly. What a smooth catch from Fahad Farah, and the red didn't manage to sink, and City with a chance. Smooth cut from City. The white didn't come as he wanted it. Going for spin, and that's a shot from captain. Going for straight shot, and they manage put it, and Fahad back on the table. Scores now are 9-6 in favor of City. Race still on. It's a race to 21. Who are you backing? City back on the table. Smooth white run right there from captain. black remaining. Will he manage to put it? That's a plus for Captain Collins to it. The scores now are 10-6. Scores now are 10-6. Captain leading. The rest is still on. It's a race to 21. 20k pot on the line. We do it every Sunday here at Mchana Pool Club, the home of champions. Two matches down. Captain with the break. Powerful break from Captain and manages to put one yellow. Puts one red. Sorry. Has to choose. Who are you backing tonight? This is our last race of the night. It's our last race of today's Sunday battles. It's a race to 21. The game is still on. City with the reds going for the red on the rail. He managed to put it and Fahad back on the table. Fahad going for the yellows. Going for bank shot. Manages to put it and controlling the white perfectly. Going for connection. Going for the right pocket. Manages to put and remaining with three yellows. What a shot from Fahad Farah. Not looking easy for him. White went too fast. Will manage to connect the yellows? A nice shot from Fahad Farah. White went too fast and it's a snooker. Trying to find the angles. Not looking easy for King Fahad Farah. What a shot from Fahad Farah, and he manages to find the yellow, but putting one red for City, and City is back on the table with two shots in hand. Captain going for the problem ball, putting the yellow for Fahad, giving him a clear chance to pot his red. Nice white control from City. They managed to control their white so that you can pot the last red, and that's a perfect white control from captain. Nice shooting from captain, and the black remains to decide this frame. That's a plus for Captain Collins to A, and the scores now are 11-6. City leading. Who are you backing tonight? The race is far from over. It's a race to 21, 20k pot on the line. Two top players here at Mchana Pool Club, the home of champions. Two top Kenyan players, two top pro players. Who are you backing tonight? It's a race to 21. The scores now are 11-6. The race is far from over. It's a race to 21.
For 11.
Fahad with the break, almost putting the black, and It's a dry break and City back on the table. Game still open. Captain going for the yellows with a professional cut right there. Direct shooting right there from City. Going for the center pocket yellow. Potting it nicely, giving him a chance to pot the right bottom pocket yellow. Nice shooting from City, controlling the white nicely, giving him a chance to pot the left center pocket yellow. Nice shooting right there from Captain, potting the center yellow direct, and it's a snooker. Lemonade to find the yellow. He has only one yellow remaining on the table. Lemonade. Remember, these are top players here at Mchana Pool Club, and there's a nice try from City and Fahad on the table with two shots in hand. Fahad with a nice follow. Going for the center red and putting it perfectly. Nice cut right there from Fahad Farah. Going for the center pocket red, putting it smoothly and giving him a chance to pot the next center red. Managing to control the white to pot the bottom right pocket red. What a nice white run, giving him a chance to pot the last red on the table. Fahad on the black. It's an easy cut. What a shot from Fahad Farah, and the scores now are 11-7. Who are you backing? The rest is far from over. Fahad Farah now with the break. Powerful break from Fahad, and it's a dry break, and captain on the table now. Captain going for the yellows. Fahad with the reds putting a very tricky red right there. Nice shooting from Fahad Farah. City with the snooker will manage to find one of the yellows. He's going for it, and he manages to find it. Fahad back on the table. Captain with another snooker, trying to find one of the yellows. Nice shooting from Captain.
12-7. Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 hours, we are 19 frames down, and the scoreline is 12 frames to 7 in favor of Collins 2A City. Now it's Fahad Farah who will be breaking on frame number 20. 12-7. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to the live commentary. Just in time to see Captain Collins to weigh on the break on this frame number 21. We are at the halfway mark of this race to 21. Currently City having a lead of 12 frames to 8, enjoying a 4-frame lead. Now needing to win the remaining 9 frames, while Fahad needs to win 13 to win the race. It's a race to 21 for 20,000 Kenya shillings. Captain City looking well poised to win this frame by break and finish. But there's one problem with red that is going into problems again and again. After trying to open it up for the first time, it went and sat right in front of a yellow ball. After the second attempt, it also sits just behind another yellow, and now the City could be looking to contact it once again, try to open it and develop it from potting. He doesn't go for it. Instead, he decides that he can pot it to the center pocket, avoiding contact with the yellow. Also, he could go for the top right corner pocket where there is enough space for potting. City going for the cut on the reds. The accuracy is on top notch. Top quality pull there by Captain City. Keyboard position is not very favorable, but still he has a chance to cut the red to the bottom right corner pocket and also find himself in position for the last red to the black. Going for the cut with that right English, almost missing, but even after contact with the jaw, the red ball just goes in and now gives Captain City a chance to try and go for a clearance here. Elevating the cue stick to ensure that the cue ball goes backwards. Cue ball bumps onto black, pushes it closer to the center pocket on our screens. Now City might have to pot the black off the yellow, or still decide to go for the top left corner pocket. He's also contemplating a cut on the black without having to play it onto yellow. Let's see what he comes out with. Goes for the cut. He's accurate. Cue ball contacts yellow, almost goes into the top right corner pocket, but it remains in space, and now City wins his 13th frame to bring himself to leading only 8. We are now at the half point of the race. After 2 hours and 10 minutes, we are now down to the second part and the last one of this race to 21. Fahad to break solidly, but pots the cue ball. Captain City has a chance to extend his lead further. After that, dry break and subsequent potting of the cue ball by Fahad. City going for the clearance. Now he has a very sharp yellow to cut to the top right corner pocket. Does that perfectly. Leaves himself with a perfect position for the second last yellow to the black. But now the cue ball placement is not very good because he might need to bring the cue ball back up. Table does that. Throwing the cue ball backwards, almost to the same position where it was, and now finding perfect position for a cut on the last yellow to the black. Also, cue ball might contact black and play it into perfect position. City pots the yellow, doesn't get enough contact on the black, and now his body language is suggesting that he has a slight view of the black. I'm not sure how best he can see it, but at least he has an angle for the black. Goes for a safety shot, bring the black into space towards the center pocket closest on our screens, leaving FAHAD with a chance for a clearance. FAHAD going for a safety. It's a very risky one, especially going by City's experience and record of playing the Mercy shots to perfection. I'm not sure whether he'll be going for the Mercy shot. He has a slight view of the angle closest to the jaw, and it will be enough to contact the black. Decides to go for the Mercy shot, doesn't succeed in potting but contacts the black, and now FAHAD is back to the table. FAHAD going for the clearance now. He has a perfect position for putting these red to the bottom right corner pocket, have himself perfect position for the red for a safety shot, and I believe it's what he is going for. He's plotting to go for a safety here. It's the best shot to play, goes for it, succeeds in playing the safety. Now City will have to come off the cushion to try and attempt to contact the black. City contacting the black. Almost popped the black as well, but the cue ball is in. And now it's FAHAD who has the advantage of 2 shots to try and maximize on the chance to try and come to closing the gap between him and City. Fahad making the best out of the chance. Now remaining with only two reds to succeed in the clearance and bring himself to 4 frames to the reach of CT. Doing perfectly well, holding the cue ball. Cue ball coming back up table for a good position to put the red to the center pocket closest on our screens and have himself with a chance for black. That's with ease. Now he has a straight shot on black, and this should be a formality for Fahad Farah. Goes for the black, pots with ease, and brings the tally to 9 frames to 13. 22 frames played, and the difference is 4 frames. Captain City with the advantage of 4 frames against Fahad Farah. FAHAD going for a very difficult clearance here, and that is how to mean that FAHAD is really determined to close the gap. This would go down as the most difficult frame for FAHAD to have cleared, and he puts the black and now goes to only 3 frames to the reach of Captain CT. That is a very good clearance by FAHAD Farah. We can't have to see another better clearance than that one, which leaves us with Captain CT calling for a break just to try and digest and meditate on that clearance by FAHAD Farah. We shall be coming back after the break. Keep yourselves tuned in for this live action happening all the way from Chana Pub and Grill, the home of champions. Don't forget to like the video. You can take advantage of this break to like the video. Just close your chat panel, go to the dashboard where you have a thumbs up icon, tap on it, and that way you will have given us a like, which goes a long way in promoting the video and also promoting the channel. Keep liking the video, guys. Keep subscribing to the channel, share the video to bring in more viewers and also increase in the traffic and support of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in action, and this time round it's Fahad Farah who will be breaking frame number 24 to try and extend his good run and closing on the reach of CT, now needing only 3 frames to get to CT, needing 11 to win the race, CT needing 8. Fahad on the break. It's a powerful break. Hots one yellow ball. Leaves the yellows also well positioned for a clearance. And I bet Fahad Farah will be going for the yellows for a clearance. The reds are also not looking bad, but the yellows are the more preferable to play and clear. Fahad going to close the table on yellow. Going for the cut on the yellow to the top right corner pocket, puts it, and now he has a perfect position for the black, for the cue ball. Now he could be going for the clearance. Fahad is going for the clearance. It's not an easy clearance though. It might need precision in terms of the quality of cue ball. Fahad going for the bottom left corner pocket, same to where he put the previous yellow, putting it with ease, finding a perfect cue ball for the only yellow ball that was seemingly problematic because it was situated in between some yellows, but Fahad has managed to get the right cue ball for it, and now he could be going for the clearance. Fahad with a relatively difficult angle on this last yellow. He seems to have overrun the cue ball, but it's safer than having snookered himself, and now Fahad should be able to put this last yellow by a cut because the red that is sitting just at the top bottom rail is preventing Fahad from banking the last yellow. Goes for the cut. Doesn't succeed in potting. He went for the accuracy. He didn't succeed in potting. Now inviting City back to the table for a clearance. At some point, City might want to play a snooker. Not sure at what point, but definitely he will be looking to get himself some position for a snooker at least, because of the red ball that is just by the bottom cushion where Fahad's yellow ball is parked at the bottom left corner pocket. I think it's at this moment that City might want to go for a safety. I'm not sure he has that in mind, but all in all, he has what it takes to clear the frame, but his only stumbling block will be the red that is sitting in solitary confinement at the bottom cushion. Now we have Captain City doing his maths. He wants to be sure he has a perfect placement of the cue ball, and this should be the moment when City finds the right cue ball for the red that is seemingly problematic. He needs to roll the cue ball. He could possibly play a stand shot, leave the cue ball in the same position as the red, and now have to play a backspin on the last red to find position of his last red. He gets the right position for a backspin, now needing to play a backspin to find position for the last red to the black. City with the backspin. The speed is calculated. It comes to almost a straight position. Now City might have to draw the cue ball back again because the cue ball seems to have overrun. He needed some slight angle so as to have the cue ball go back up table effortlessly, but now with the cue ball coming to as close as possible to the red, City contemplates and goes for just a roll on the red, deciding to pot, leaving himself with a long shot on the black. Tells you that he is so confident with his shots. Goes for the black, pots it with ease, and extends his lead to 14 frames to 10. City will be breaking this frame number 25. My apology on the lost sound. Fahad is going for the clearance now. Fahad remaining with 2 yellows. Now looking to just pot this second last yellow. Leave the cue ball in the middle of the table, possibly for a cut on the last yellow to black. He does exactly that. Now we look forward to seeing how Fahad will develop the cue ball for the black. Fahad on the cut on the yellow. Unfortunately, cue ball contacts red. Red in turn blocks the way for the black to go to the bottom right corner pocket. Now leaving Fahad with only one option, which is to bank the black. Fahad going for the cut. Captain City beginning to become dominant. Now extending his lead to 6 frames. Dennis Otieno, you're saying this frame is clearable, Jesse. I didn't get that right in time, but I bet it's the frame on which Fahad was attempting to clear. Paul Billiards, you're saying good clearance. Now we have Captain City to break. In this frame number 27. City needing 5, Fahad needing 11. We have been in action for approximately 3 hours and having played 27 frames, it goes to tell you that the match has been relatively fast. Captain City breaking, potting one red ball, leaving himself with not a very clear frame for clearance. The Reds are looking nice. He could decide to go for the one pointing to the bottom left corner pocket. Sorry, the bottom right corner pocket, at least to try and close the table. Otherwise, he risks giving Fahad the advantage of coming to the table with an open frame. City going for the bank shot, potting a yellow ball, closing the table. And now we could be seeing City going for the clearance here. Captain City shooting perfectly well tonight. Not sure he has sight of the yellow closest to the center pocket on our screen. If he does, it could be a chance for him to go for the clearance. He doesn't have full sight of it, but with a mercy shot, he is able to pot the yellow. City now going all out for a clearance. Ball and the red and the white all looks so straight. City playing like he didn't have full sight of it, and now he brings back Fahad to the table. Fahad has also been shooting pretty well this evening, just that Captain City has been the better player. Don't forget that this duo of players are the same guys who are behind the Q-Volution pool tables brand. They are the guys who supply the Q-Volution pool tables, a brand of South African origin, providing very best and top quality playing surfaces for all the best players to showcase their talents and knowledge of the game on the best surfaces, courtesy of Q-Volution, which were the proud providers of the pool tables that were used in the Timber XO Pool Carnival that happened last weekend. This weekend we are moving to the coastal side of the country, where we have the Mingos Pool Extravaganza that will be going down from the 14th to the 17th of this month. Lots and lots of pool action coming your way Don't forget to catch that action live from this YouTube channel. We shall be bringing you all the best of live action from Mombasa. Don't forget to catch us live. In the meantime, we are seeing Fahad Farah going for the last red to the black. He has a good position for potting. Now looking to pot the red, have position for black. He does exactly that. And now he could be sinking the black for his 11th time in this closely contested race to 21. Fahad sinks the black, bringing himself to 5 frames to the reach of Captain City, who is explosively on fire. Dennis Otieno, you're asking who won Vance versus experienced K2? Definitely it's K2 who won by 21 frames to 13. Pool Billiards Kenya responding and saying the experienced one won it. Fahad will be breaking on this frame number 28. Fahad with the break, uses power. Cue ball defies all odds to go in. And now it's the advantage back to Captain City with an open table with 2 shots. Definitely a clear chance to extend his lead. Now Captain City looking nice, looking determined to win his 18th frame by break and finish. He's looking well set to go for the clearance. City doesn't succeed in getting the right cue ball for the black. Now going off the cushion, finding it with power, trying to get lucky. Doesn't succeed in getting lucky, but succeeds in leaving FAHAD without a very obvious chance for a clearance. Fahad going for the clearance. This last yellow is what stands between him and the win. What it is, finds perfect position for black. And now Fahad will be winning his 12th frame after that mistake by Captain City, failing to get the right position for the black. Now it's Fahad who wins that last frame. Fahad will be going for the break. Fahad with a very good break, going to win, looking to win 2 frames in a row and bring himself to the reach of City, who started very strongly, enjoying a 5-frame lead now. But Fahad is responding with some energy, saying that he could be down but not out, and still has a fight in him. Gets the perfect cue ball there. This could be Fahad going for the clearance. Doesn't succeed in potting. Somehow went for the shot too casually. Captain City will be looking to utilize the chance that he has got, possibly look for a way to get himself to play at least a snooker, so as to maximize on his chances of winning this frame. He's going for a cut to the bottom left corner pocket, goes for the bank, succeeds in potting, and that could be the biggest shot of the moment that he needed to go for a clearance. I never saw that coming. I thought he was going for the cut, but Captain City continuing with his good run this evening. He has been shooting perfectly well. Now that shot goes to tell you that he went for it all out confidently, throwing all caution to the winds, eventually coming out productively, because it's now Captain City who has control of the frame. Going for the top right corner pocket, cutting with ease, leaving the cue ball in perfect place for one of the yellows that are sitting closest to the black. Might need to play to the black spin, have cue ball contact black, just like that. He doesn't get the right position for any of his 2 remaining yellows, and now this could be the moment where he could be going for the safety. Also, he could go for the cut on the yellow closest to the top left corner pocket. He doesn't have the best angle for the cut. And now that makes City to have a very big shot to have to play. Goes for the safety, doesn't succeed in making it, and now Fahad has a chance to come back to the table and possibly give himself a clearance. It's not a very difficult frame for Fahad. He only needs to get the right cue ball manipulation and placement. Stopping to check whether the black has way to the top right corner pocket. Going for a backspin here to have a position for the black to the top right corner pocket. City doing perfectly well tonight. Now going for this last red to the black, putting it with ease, rolling the cue ball, having perfect position for black. And now City will be potting the black for the 18th time in this race. 30 frames played. City looking to win the 31st to take his tally to 18 against Fahad's 13. City pots. And now City needs 3 to win the race. Fahad needs 8. This is the third and the last frame of the evening, having watched 2 more go down earlier in the day, in which K2 took took down Vance by 21 frames to 13, while Brian Simiyu took down Noah Esekon Flashboy at the decider 21-20. Fahad Farah with the break. He opts for the center break to go for power, deciding not to go for the cut break, in which he has been potting cue ball for most part of the game. He goes for the break by hitting the fast apex ball, hot one yellow ball, and now that could be the solution to his problems at the break that have haunted him throughout the race. FAHAD closing the table, opting to go for the yellows. He goes for a safety. Making sure that Captain City is snookered and not in a position to contact any of his red balls. City contacts his reds, and now we have FAHAD back to the table, taking his time to find out how best to try and go for the frame. How unfortunate can Fahad be? Cue ball going in. Despite having checked to see the path of the cue ball, the cue ball just ended up going into the center pocket closest on our screens, giving Captain City the advantage, who in turn decides to play the black ball into space, having to play the cue ball of his own red, contacting black, pushing it closer to the top left corner pocket. Now we have City going for his 19th frame. City potting with ease. Now this should be as good as gone. Captain City has been in magnificent form this evening. City going all out for the kill. Now City 19 and Fahad 13. Two more for City. Fahad leading to win 8. City will be breaking. Try and take himself to the hill fast. Goes for the cutback. He's solid. Potting one yellow ball. In the Reds well positioned for a clearance. Definitely and surely City should go for the Reds. City potting the cue ball, looking to close the table, but ended up potting the white ball instead. Fahad has the advantage of an open table and also 2 shots. Going for the Reds. He was attempting to open the only red that was sitting behind a yellow just at the nearest point center pocket on our screens. Now Fahad going for the clearance. Fahad doing well. This should be Fahad's game to lose. Fahad finding perfect position for black, and now he will be potting the black to win his 14th frame, denying Captain City a chance to go to the hill. Now Fahad is putting pressure on Captain City. Needs 7 now, while City needs 2. Fahad, who will be breaking his race to 21, which is promising to be an entertaining encounter just when we are nearing the end of the match. So far we have played 33 frames. Out of the 33 played, what is separating the two players is 5 frames. Captain City leading 19 frames to 14. Fahad with the break. Doesn't succeed in potting. It's a dry break. And that goes to tell you that Fahad is being troubled by his breaks. We saw him change from the cut break to the apex ball. Now he has resorted to going back to the cut break, which did not materialize. He did not pot. And now the advantage is all back to Captain City, who will be attempting to win this frame and go to the hill and be required to win only 1 frame to win this race to 21. Dennis Otieno saying thanks for the update, Maona. Cool Billet Kenya saying come back ya KK ni kama ili affect Fahad. Captain City fails to close the table again. That is exactly what happened in the previous flop. And now for the second time, Captain City is failing to close the table. Solo saving, you're asking how much is the pot? These players are playing for 20,000 Kenya shillings. Don't forget that this is one of the many ways in which the Mchana Pool Club players, team members, get to practice, get to sharpen their skills by putting themselves under this kind of pressure, forming matches which require a lot of concentration, a lot of energy. Playing a race to 21 is not an easy thing, and all that is courtesy of Chairman JNM, making sure that the players are always at their best form and always having something to keep themselves engaged and at the best they can. We have Fahad going for the clearance. Up against the Reds. Doesn't have a very clear shot on any of his red balls. The cut is so thin on this red that is pointing to the top right corner pocket. Same as the red that is to the nearest center pocket on our screens. I don't know which one Fahad will be going for. Brian Limo asking when is Mrefu playing? Just in time to see Fahad potting the cue ball and the reds, and now the advantage is back to City. The Sunday battles are always organized in a way that all the players at the Mchana Pub and Grill all the players in the Mchana teams get opportunities to play against each other, so it's not easily predictable as to when Mrefu could be playing. But in the last match, we saw Mrefu beating Kelvin Yegon by 21 frames to 20 at the decider. So we expect to see Mrefu possibly in coming time in the future in the battles as well. But in the meantime, it's Captain City up against Fahad Farah. These two gentlemen are also the guys behind the Q-Volution pool tables, who are the providers of the best pool tables in the country, from the origin of South Africa, where the United King tables originate from. Q-Volution tables, which are the Bastion X Championship tables, are what City and Fahad specialize in supplying and providing. If you are interested in those United King tables supplied by Q-Volution, City and Fahad are the guys to go for. City getting scared by the cue ball there. Needing to play one big shot here. Possibly a cut on the yellow to the top right corner pocket. Having to have the cue ball just bounce off this cushion a little for position of the second last yellow. He gets perfect position for this second last yellow, now needing to throw the cue ball with some minimal power so that he finds an angle to cut the last yellow to the black and find position for black, which is sitting just at the center pocket on the opposite side of the screen. Captain City going for the cut, looking to avoid contact of any of Fahad's red ball, to try and stop the cue ball from coming to the right position for potting of black to the center pocket opposite of your screen. Now City will be going for the cut on the black. It's not an easy shot, requires a lot of concentration, but City will be going for the cut whatsoever. He doesn't succeed in potting, and now Fahad has a chance to win a second consecutive frame and try to mount pressure on captain. Fahad pots. The ball comes back to center of the table, having himself positioned for the second last red, potting it to the stand shot, leaving himself with a straight shot on the last red to the black. Fahad going to 15 now, closing the gap to now only 4 frames difference. Fahad at 15, City at 19. City needs 2. Now Fahad needs 6. I'm also told that tomorrow we have a team event money match between 2 of the rival clubs, that is the Zome Pool Club up against the Blastmasters. Those two teams have met twice in the recent past, and Zome Club has been beating the Blastmasters every time they meet. And so the Blastmasters feel that they need a money match against Zome Pool Club to try and see whether it's indeed that the Some Pool Club is better or stronger than them. Some Pool Club is a club found inside Red Sport Gardens, being represented by the likes of Victor Bogonko, the guy who took out BK in the Timber XO Pool Carnival. We also have Patrick Maina, 07. We also have the likes of Charles Mwaka. We also have Kenon S, who is the patron of the club. He's also the captain. He's the captain of the club. We have Collins Mesongo, who is chairman in the club. And so they will be taking on the Blast Masters tomorrow from 7 p.m. Peter Gitahi Kemaro, you're asking at what time tomorrow? That money match in the team event will take place from 7 p.m. inside Red Sport Gardens. Don't miss the action. We shall be bringing it live on the Chana YouTube channel. If you're not able to make your way to Red Sport Gardens tomorrow from 7 p.m., be sure to catch the action live from this YouTube channel, the Chana Pool Club YouTube channel, the home of champions. Don't leave without liking the video. Don't also forget to subscribe to the channel for this and the best of pool action from wherever it goes live. The Blast Masters is a team made up of 5 legends from the Chana Pool Club. We have James Mbatia, we have Andrew Kibe, Ben Ten, who is the president of the Kenya Pool and Billiards Federation. We also have Pasi Oganda and Silvano Weru. We also have Steve Mann, who also represents the Blast Masters. 6 players making up the Blast Masters, and so now they will be taking on Thorpe Pool Club. Dennis Otieno saying, hope Thorpe has purchased quality tables from Qvolution. Definitely yes. At Thorpe Pool Club we have the best of playing surfaces in the form of the Qvolution tables, proudly supplied by the guys who are currently on table tonight, Fahad Farah and Captain CT, who are the guys behind the Q Evolution tables. They provide quality pool tables from South Africa under the brand name United King Tables, currently providing the Bastion Championship tables, which are the pool tables that were used in the recent All Africa Pool Association games in South Africa. Gemma M-Pesa saying yes, that's what they have, confirming that at Thorpe Pool Club we have the United King tables, proudly supplied and managed, proudly supplied and serviced by the Qvolution. And you don't look further if you're looking for Qvolution. The guys who are playing tonight are the brand ambassadors of the Qvolution, Fahad Farah and Collins Tuwei. They are the guys behind the Qvolution. Dennis Otieno saying, well, great. So tomorrow we look forward to a very good and interesting match. It's a team event money match. It will be a race to 13 for 100,000 Kenya shillings. The Blast Masters, who are the legends from the Chana Pool Club, up against Thorpe Pool Club inside Red Sport Gardens, which is the home for Thorpe Pool Club. Don't miss that action tomorrow from 7 p.m. If you're not able to make your way to Thorpe Pool Club, Be ready to catch the action from the comfort of your living room, as I will be bringing the match live from Red Sport Gardens. Also, to give you an update on happenings this week, we shall be having the Mingo's Pool Extravaganza that will be going down inside Mingo's Lounge in Nyali in Mombasa, inside Mamba Village, where Mingo's Lounge is located. And we shall be having lots of pool action running from Friday all the way to Monday, where the finals will be played. So the action happening in Nyali inside Mingo's Lounge shall be having 4 categories of events. For the very first time, we shall be having a ladies team event competition. We have 4 entrants there. The ladies are also coming out strongly, forming teams and coming out to compete at the highest stages. At the Timber Exo, we had a ladies money match where we had the Femme Fatales taking on the Golden Pearls of Kasarani, where the Femme Fatales of Eldoret emerged winners. At Mingo's in Mombasa, at the coastal side of the country this weekend, we shall be having a team event comprising of the ladies as well. So we shall be having 4 categories: the ladies team event, the men team event. We shall also be having the men singles and the ladies singles, having attracted very big numbers. Even the organizers have had to procure extra tables from Qvolution to try and contain and manage the event. Shall be having at least 20 teams representing in the men's category team event, a total of 192 men in the men's singles, 32 ladies who could even be going further to 48, and 4 ladies team. So don't miss the action all the way from the coastal side of Kenya in Mombasa. But still, if you're not able to catch the action from Mombasa, we shall be providing the live coverage for your entertainment. Kipchirchir Peter saying, following the entertainment. Titus Marina saying, CT on fire. Ladies Otieno saying, kudos to the ladies. Definitely we can't go without mentioning the growth we have seen in the ladies games. I'm also informed that after the match tomorrow between the Blastmasters and Thome Pool Club, there will be a rematch which shall be done on Monday inside Mingo's Lounge in Mombasa. I'm yet to confirm the venue, but I can suspect that it will be happening inside Mingo's Lounge. That is reliable information from Ken Ones, who is the captain for the Thome Pool Club, saying there will be a rematch between Thome Pool Club and the Blastmasters in Mombasa on Monday. So don't forget to catch the action. Lots and lots of good quality pool action coming your way from the Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video as well. It goes a long way in promoting the channel and the videos as well. If you want to like the video, close your chat panel, tap on the thumbs up icon on your screens, and you will have left us a like. Close to 100 of us are watching, but only 13 of us have liked the video. Kindly like the video. It goes a long way in promoting the channel. This time round, we are in time to see City missing an easy shot on the yellows, inviting Fahad back to the table. Captain City needing only one to seal the deal. Fahad going for the bank shot, doesn't succeed in potting, and now we have City back to the table with a chance to win this frame number 36 and win the race and pocket 20,000 Kenya shillings. This is one of the ways that the Mchana Pool Club players get to sharpen their skills through the challenges among themselves, and the matches are usually half sponsored by Chairman JNM, just to ensure that the players are in good form and in fitness for action all the time. Doesn't go without saying that their efforts are getting rewarded through the wins that they are seeing at the Timber XO Pool Carnival. The Mchana Pool Club bagged all gold medals in the men category. Jackson Karaoke aka Mrefu won the men's singles, beating KK by 9 frames to 4. But Nina Rose Njoki, PR, also representing the Mchana Pool Club, won the ladies category, taking down Masi Kieng. We also had the team event final between the Mchana Galacticos, for which Captain City represents, taking down the Kasarani Guardians by 13 frames to 9. Just in time to see Captain City playing a follow through on the cue ball and potting both yellow and white, giving Fahad a chance back to the table. And we could be seeing more action. We thought this was the final frame, but we could be seeing more action. I can confirm that the rematch between Blastmasters and Thome Pool Club will be going down inside Mingo's Lounge in Mombasa. Don't forget to catch that action live from the Mchana YouTube channel. Mchana Pool Club, the home of champions. And indeed, it's coming out clearly that the champions aren't built easily. The sweat, the effort, the hard work is all coming to be seen here tonight, as Fahad Farah is looking to mount a comeback here. Can he win 6 before Captain City wins 1? Just a matter of time, and we shall be having the answer. Fahad going for the Reds. He has also been shooting precisely well this evening, just that City has been better. Bernard Morindat saying, Captain, leave the cue ball in a position and black is there for the taking. That is Ben Morindat. Benito, I hope you are traveling to Mombasa, Bwana Benito. I believe we have been missing you in much of the action. We want to see you back in action. Benito, all my respect for you. There was a time you beat me 7-1 in one of them Mchana events, and since that time I have always rated you highly. Thank you so much for tuning in. Fahad Farah going for the second last red to the black. What's with this? Leaving himself a perfect position for the last red to the black. It's a long shot, so Fahad might need to pot it, possibly roll the cue ball, have it come back up table. He could also pot it with a backspin, decides to roll it, have the cue ball come back up table for a bank shot. Fahad could be going for a bank shot to try and win a 16th frame for himself. Fahad going for the bank, doesn't get it right, ends up conceding the frame, and We now have our winner of the third race of the day, who is Captain CT. Captain CT wins it after the miss on the bank shot by Fahad, who ends up conceding the frame. And now we have our three winners. Captain CT, Ryan Simiyu, and K2 are our winners for tonight. From my end, I wish you a good night up until tomorrow evening, when we shall be seeing the team event money match between Blastmasters and Tome Pool Club. It's good night and goodbye from my end. I've been your host, Jesse Maora. Up until tomorrow, have a good time.